Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to all the e-scholars. Today we shall discuss the report writing in detail, its description and the format which is included in the syllabus of the intermediate and the bachelor students in Pakistan. But before moving ahead, it is requested to you that if you are new to this channel, just subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to receive the notifications of the next videos. So we shall start this topic from the question, what is a report? You see that this question comes in your paper generally the intermediate students if they are doing intermediate from the federal board and the bachelor students in all the universities. And in order to address this question, I have enlisted some of the basic points that would explain this question and answer it in the best possible manner. So, a report is an in-depth description of any topic that is given to us. We need to describe that topic in detail. The next point is it must be objective. The description that we are doing of some topic, it should be objective. Objective means whatever we have observed about that topic or about that event, we are supposed to express those informations in the same manner as we have observed. We are not supposed to include our personal expressions or emotions in that description or in that explanation. So that would be an objective report writing. So the next point is it should be based on facts. The description must be factual and it must be supported with all the stats and analysis, charts, tables and data that we have collected. That report, which includes all these points, the statistics and the analysis, the charts, tables and data, will be considered the more appropriate and best report. And if we try to exemplify the report writing, the case studies that we generally read or see in the newspapers or the TV channels that are broadcasted are the best example of the report writings. And if we try to enlist some of the major parts of this report writing, these are number 1 introduction, number 2 body, number 3 conclusion and number 4 summary. These points discuss and tell us that it's just like an essay, introduction, body, conclusion, summary, but the main difference here is that a report is written with headings. It is compulsory for a report to be written with headings. Number first heading would be introduction and then body, then conclusion and summary. And another difference between a report and an essay is that the length of a standard report consists of 8 to 10 pages. It is that it should not exceed 10 pages. You are to discuss each and every point of that topic in report in a comprehensive and summarized manner, but that comprehension or summary should also be in depth and in detail. In general, a report is of two major types, formal and informal. But it's all about keeping the report more or less formal. If we want to write a formal report, we need to follow 8 major points that will be discussed in the next slide in the outline. But if the topic is informal in nature, we just need to cover the 4 only major parts of the report. So here comes the outline of the report. The first part of this report, if we are writing a formal report, the first part would be the title. The first page, the cover page that consists of the title, is the first necessary element of a formal report writing. And the another point to consider is that we must use the graphics in the each and every page that we are discussing or we are dealing with. The second necessary element of a formal report is the table of contents. We need to enlist the basic headings, the major headings of this report that we are going to discuss in the next coming pages. The third element is the abstract or the summary. On this third page, we need to summarize what we are going to discuss about that topic in detail. The title that we are dealing in that report needs to be summarized. Each and every point of or discussion of that title needs to be highlighted in this third page in summarized form. Next, the major part of the report is introduction. We need to introduce the title in detail. Whatever we have observed, whatever we have got knowledge about, we need to discuss it in introduction. We need to introduce that title in depth and in detail. Next, the description and explanation to that title comes at number 5th. That the body it will contain all the necessary elements that will describe and that will explain that title in depth and in detail. All these explanations, all the tables, all the charts, all the analysis, and whatever we have that the data collected needs to be analyzed here in this page. And the sixth part is the conclusion. Here we need to conclude. We need to conclude the title. Whatever we have discussed in detail, we need to conclude those points here. And then recommendations. If you are recommending something that this the title that you have discussed, you need to show the recommendations that you have given. And at last, the appendices. If you have used some short forms, the abbreviations, you need to discuss each and every abbreviation, each and every point in the full form here in the appendices section. And here are some of the tips regarding the report writing that may help you. The first and important point to keep in mind is that a report is written in the past tense. You should write a report in the past tense. So the other tips that may help you in this regard are: number one, body. Write the body of the report before writing the introduction or conclusion. You need to whenever you go somewhere, you need to discuss anything or to observe anything, and you need to make notes. Those notes will help you in creating the body. Number two, use as much visualization as possible. As I told you earlier, that every page of this report needs some graphics, so that will enhance your report writing. Third point is review your writing skills to craft a well-written report. The style of writing matters a lot here, and you need to use your style in the best appropriate manner that must be in accordance with the title you have been given to write a report about. So stick to the facts. Be clear and concise. You are not supposed to write your own expressions and emotions and include in this report. Everything must be factual and concise and clear. Clarity and facts are the most important points to be kept in mind while writing a report. Next, use a grammar checker. After writing or composing a report, you should once check the grammar you have used. There must not be any grammatical mistakes in that report. And finally, the sixth tip regarding writing a report is small appendix. Whatever you have written in this report or explained the title in the body and introduction, you need to keep it simple and clear right from the beginning so that you may have a small appendix at the end. This is all about the major tips you need to keep in mind while writing a report. So viewers, thank you very much. That was all about the report writing. We have discussed each and every point of report writing in detail. I'll be back with another informative video like this one within a few days. Till then, Allah Hafiz.